Hi everyone, thanks for checking out today's video. So today I'm here with my good friend Anna Marie Waite.
Hello.
She's agreed to come on my channel, and we thought it would be a cool idea today to do like an interview type video. It was all Anna's idea about like interviewing, so I thought it would be perfect to have her as the first person I interview.
I was like, interview me or else.
Yes, you better.
Thank you for having me.
But there's no better person to talk to about music and just songwriting and a career in music. She's just absolutely brilliant. She's one of the most positive people I know. I always come away from hanging out with her just feeling brilliant and just very inspired. So
thank you, Hannah. I'm blushing.
I hope that all translates to all of you that are watching. I don't know if this interview type video will be like a segment. I hope so. I don't know what to call it. Let me know if you have any ideas what to call it. But yeah, just for now, it's going to be interview with Anna. And I will pop all her social media stuff in the description for you to check out, which I hope you do. So we'll just go over some general questions. Okay, so firstly, how did you get into music?
So I remember getting into music really young, like super young. So probably like back to my earliest memories when I was 3, 4, like always in the mirror with a hairbrush singing Kylie Minogue.
Yes.
I was a massive fan of Kylie Minogue. I wanted to be her. And then I remember in primary school, specifically remember a company coming in and doing songwriting with us. And I remember writing a song about wanting to be a builder. Because my dad was a builder and it was like, oh yeah, we're the builders, it's such a groovy job. I'm the bricklayer and my name's Bob. And then I kind of staged a whole show around dressing up as builders with 2 other people. And I remember kind of directing a show around the song and then turning it into a bit of like almost like a little mini musical. And I just, but one specific memory I have is that the people that came in to help us, they tried to make me change a line of the song. And I mean, I was probably about 8 or 9 at the time, and I remember saying, no, this is how I want it.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, and you sort of forget what you're like as a kid, but I remember just thinking, yes, no, I'm having the song this is my song. So yeah, it's sort of quite funny really, because as an 8-year-old you look back and you think, oh, I can't imagine me doing that at that age, So
you knew how you wanted it.
Yeah.
You had the vision.
Yeah, but no, always from a young age, and like Mum would sort of, you'd get caught in the bedroom singing in the mirror, posing or something. You'd be like, oh, I got caught. So yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, brilliant. So, what instruments do you play?
I play guitar.
Very good at it.
Yeah, it's taken a while. So I play guitar, but I would say that my main instrument is my voice. And then I sort of use guitar to accompany myself, but I started learning the guitar quite young and then gave up and then started again about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's taken a lot of perseverance and a lot of brick walls, but managed to keep pushing through. So I'd thought about taking up the ukulele, but made the decision to keep going with the guitar because I'd come so far with the guitar. It was like, just keep going.
Well, that perseverance definitely paid off because you are really good. You are. I can attest to that. She's brilliant. So, as I mentioned, Anna is a really brilliant songwriter. You need to go check out her songs because they always get stuck in my head. I said that earlier, didn't I? The Don't Cry song, and in the moment especially. So we said earlier about we're quite similar in the fact that lyrics are most important to us. Kind of going along that basis, have you got any advice for writing songs?
I would say to do it in your own way, so write in a way that works for you, and I think the only way to find that way is to experiment. Some people sort of will probably sit down for a few hours, some people might be 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. What works for you? I guess it's kind of quite an obvious answer to a question, but I find it's for me, songwriting has been, it might be that for example on Wednesday morning I got up and all of a sudden I heard this song on the radio, which sort of inspired me a bit, and then I suddenly just wrote this song. It came out of nowhere, and I haven't had that for about 6 months. So it was like, oh, I can still do it. So that might provoke a song, or it might be an emotional time, and then, and sometimes the lyrics will come, and then the melody will come after, or sometimes you might play some chords, and then you'll be inspired to... So I think it's different. I think every song is different.
I agree. I find the same as you. It kind of just comes. I find if I try and sit down and force a song and I'm like, I need to write something that's good, it doesn't happen. It's normally like an emotional thing. If there's something I want to talk about, it just comes out normally.
So it's what works for you. But then there are other songwriters, you know, I know that can say, right, I want to write a song about this subject and it needs to be this kind of theme. Where's the dog coming from?
Sorry, my dog.
We're going to have a dog join us in a minute.
Barking.
So, yeah, whereas, like, some songwriters can, you know, say I want to write a song about this subject, about this theme, and then write it. Whereas, but then, I have written for, like, campaigns. So I've written for campaigns where I'll go out interviewing people on the subject they want. So I have written both ways, from an emotional place and also from you know, if someone gives me a subject. But I find that if I'm given a subject, I've got to find the emotional connection. If I can't find an emotional connection to the subject, I can't write the song.
That would probably be me as well, I reckon.
So it's about finding that emotional connection, and then if you have to do that through interviewing people and getting in tune with them.
Definitely.
So yeah, but you know, just to clarify again, just in your own way, what works for you.
Definitely, and there is no right or wrong way to songwriting. It's exactly what works for you.
Yeah.
And if that's multiple different ways, that's the way it is. It's a creative field. There are no rules.
Let it flow.
Let it flow.
When it ain't flowing, don't force it.
The words of Let It Go from Frozen. I've been watching Frozen today. Okay, so what's your favourite song of yours that you've written?
See, that's a really hard question.
You have so many great ones. They're amazing.
It's such a hard question because it changes. So sometimes, you know, one song will be my favourite and another time a different song will be my favourite. I think today I'm going to go for my song, which is called Speak Slowly. And I think it's such a special song because it's a song I come back to again and again for just personally. And it's a song about, it's kind of a meditation in a song, and it's about being kind to yourself and being nice to yourself and the words in your head, you know. And I think that's something I've struggled with a lot is, you know, being quite hard on myself. And even when I think I've stopped being hard on myself, I realise I'm still giving myself a hard time. And this song is just a really nice reminder to actually just slow down and be nice. And so yeah, and there's a dance version which Mark Taylor, another songwriter and
he's
producer,
absolutely brilliant as well. I'll leave his links below too.
He's done like a dance version, and then we also did the slow version, but that's on if you can find that on iTunes and YouTube and that, and it's called Speak Slowly. But yeah, that's I've probably chosen it as my favourite song today. It's probably because I need a bit of those lyrics at the moment. So
what I love about all your songs is just the meaning behind them. They're all just very meaningful and just lovely. They really are.
Thank you.
What song from another artist or band, what song would you have written?
Again, another quite difficult question. Earlier on when I saw that question, I just blanked and I was like, there isn't any song I would have written, but there's a group called the Wailing Jennies, and they're a three-piece Canadian female group, and they do beautiful harmonies, and there's a song that they've written called Storm Comin'. And it's this beautiful. They do a beautiful version of it, all kind of harmonised, and it's stunning. The meaning behind the song is beautiful. And if I could see anyone in concert, I would want to see these three women. And funnily enough, they'd been in the area, and I found out after. I was gutted.
There's always
so it would be Storm Comin' by the Wailing Jennies. It's just a stunning.
I need to check it out.
Stunning song. Yeah, I highly recommend checking it out.
Oh, wicked!
Yeah, gives me chills like just thinking about it. So
I think the cool thing as well with song questions, if you could be asked like what's your favourite song or what song you wish you'd written or whatever, it could be one thing today and next week you could be like, I wish I'd written this one, or this is my favourite song this time. Like I find the most impossible question, people go, what's your favourite song? It's like, but there's so many amazing songs. It's like, don't make me pick one.
Let me have a song for each day for the rest of my life and pick
exactly. It's like when people are like, what's your favourite chocolate? It's like, but can't I like all the chocolate? So this is a question I always like to ask. If you could visit any time in history and could see any three bands or artists ever, who would you choose?
See, that is a really hard question, and I think I'd have to go back to sort of some of my real inspirations growing up. So first of all, I'd probably sort of go back to my teens, like when I was growing up, and I listened to a lot of Shania Twain, and I think that's what got me into country and that little bit, because obviously she was doing quite commercial stuff, but she, you know, there was a bit of a country twang in it, and I think a lot of that influenced me. So I'd probably go back. I'd love to meet her actually as well. So I'd probably go back to then and meet Shania. But also like the music my parents used to listen to, I think that had like that massively inspired us. They used to listen to like Marvin Gaye and Tina Turner and what's the guy that sang I'm so tired of being alone, I'm so tired. Who's that? The real soul artist. I can't think what his name is. Blanked.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's so well known.
You'll probably say it. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, what is he called? I can't believe it's blanked, but him anyway. So a lot of the old soul artists. Oh gosh, I sort of a kind of question I need like a few days to go away and think about. Really, I feel a bit blank on it.
Don't worry, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
I'm
going to go away and think about it and actually
let me know, and I can always insert it on the edit. I'm really sorry about my dog barking. I promise she is fine. Like I've let her out into the garden. So Indigo's here. If you get a dog, she can sit and give paw as well.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah, I promise she is fine. It's just she decided to start barking during the filming of the video, which is not cool. Thanks, Ind.
I feel like it's quite dark now. The sun's gone.
Shall I pull the blind up a bit? Or?
Judy Collins. I really like Judy Collins and Eva Cassidy.
Oh yes,
she's just sensational. And if I could go back in time while she was alive, I think I would.
I need to listen to more of her songs. I obviously know the most popular one, Fields of Gold, but I need to listen to a few more. This is what I love about talking to other musicians as well, because you just give me ideas of other things I can listen to. Yeah. It's just brilliant. Are you right there, Ind?
The dog is sniffing my feet.
Yeah. She's being nosy. At least she's decided to stop barking though, so that's good. Right, okay. So what are you working on at the moment?
So at the moment, I'm working on very much getting myself out there as a musician. So I'm looking at kind of organising gigs, going out busking, getting more out online. And also I think it's been quite a quiet phase. January's been quite a funny month. Kind of reflecting on last year and what I did last year. But also like I'm open to whatever might come up. So the last couple of years have been spent writing songs for other campaigns and other people. So it would be nice to get back to more of my stuff now. So I've got enough material for a new album. So I'm hoping to get that done this year. So yeah, a bit like you know, with you're very disciplined and very good with all your bits going on. I need a little bit of that. I need a bit more discipline. But yeah, I think there's only, I tend to go sort of very insular and will sit and write for years, and then I've really got to start putting myself out there a bit more. So that's the plan for this. So
we'll just do one more question, and hopefully we'll do a part 2 sometime. That would be fun if you want to come back on my channel. So have you got any tips for a career as a musician?
Tips. Be true to yourself is my first tip, and constantly remind yourself to be true to yourself. I think it's very easy to get swooped up in what you think people expect of you and want from you and what you should be doing, and I think just stay true to you, because if you do what makes you happy, then that's going to radiate onto everyone else and they're going to enjoy it too. So I think that's such a great bit of advice, definitely, because it's very easy to be like, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, but if you're not like being true to yourself and believing yourself, it's quite difficult. I think you've got to remember, like, stay true to yourself. You are enough, you are good enough, you've got to believe in yourself. Positive self-talk, and that's my second point I was going to come on to, was be kind to yourself, and don't expect things to happen overnight. And I remember when I first started out as a musician, I sort of thought, this is going to happen within a year, and this is going to happen, and it's taken a really different path, and actually it's taken a much better path. But I think sometimes you have this expectation, so it's sort of just be kind to yourself and focus on what you are achieving and what you're doing well. And my third bit of advice would be to just stick at it. Don't just keep going, keep practicing the guitar every day, keep writing songs, keep performing. Keep getting out there, keep practicing, and get to know people, I think, in your local area. I think for me, with songwriting, you can hide away and hibernate, and I think you really need a good support team around you.
I agree.
And actually, that's something I'm working on myself, is I still feel I need to get to know more people in the local area, and particularly musicians. I think it's good to have musician mates, isn't it?
It is.
So yeah, but and I say keep going, but also know when to take a rest as well. Know when it's okay. Know when just kind of
your health comes first.
Yeah, just sort of.
That was another thing we were talking about earlier, isn't it? It's very important to
listen to yourself. You sort of you know what you need. And also one other thing we were saying was about venues. If you don't hear back, drop them another email. If you don't hear back again, send them another email, send them another call. I think that it's really important to just keep. There's lots of musicians wanting to achieve the same things as you, and I think it's the most persistent people that seem to get the gigs.
And these things they do take time as well. Building yourself up. It's just like you said, stick at it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Definitely. Yeah. And there's so many tips I could give you now. But be prepared for a lot of rejection. Yeah. Yeah. That's normal. Yeah. I applied for something the other day 3 times and I've been knocked back for a 3rd time. You sort of get the generic email of, thanks for applying. We're booked up, and you think, and I think you've got to keep trying and come back with something new when you've sort of improved in a year, and like you were saying earlier as well about sometimes you're just not what people are looking for.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's okay.
Exactly.
Because you're you. The right people are going to find you.
Exactly. Yeah. And for every person that you might not be their thing, there's going to be several other people that love what you do, and you just be yourself. I think that's so important. You are enough. You've got to remember that. It's so important. Anna, I could talk to you all day. Have you got anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Just expect there to be tough times. Yeah. I think as long as you know that as long as you know that it's not all going to be roses, and that sometimes it's going to be a bit difficult. I think if you can accept that. And be less resistant to it, it becomes easier, and just accept it, that there'll be times where it's not as easy as others. Okay,
definitely. Brilliant. Thank you so much for coming to talk today.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully we're going to get to a part 2, I hope.
Yeah.
I have lots of more questions for you. This is my first sort of interview on my channel, so sorry if I seemed a bit weird because I had my questions. And
I can't believe I'm on the Hannah TT channel. I'm on the Hannah TT channel. It's cool. I'm in the screen because I watch you, and I'm actually in the screen with you now. I feel privileged.
Thank you so much. Please, guys, do go check out Anna, because she, like I said, she is one of the most positive people I know. I absolutely adore hanging out with her. I always come away just feeling very inspired and just yes, right.
I feel the same when I'm with her.
Got this. So I'm so glad. There honestly could have been no better person than to have on my first interview thing, I guess. But
thank you.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please do give a thumbs up and subscribe if you did. And of course, go and check out Anna's and Mark's links in the description. Mark also did produce my war song. That's on my channel. So again, I'll also leave a link to that to go check out. So yeah, that's everything. And I will see you next Sunday for another video. Bye, guys.